Cordillera de los Andes is an ancient rocky mountain formation that stretches throughout a continent from the North Hemisphere all the way to Chile in the south of our planet. The Santa Cruz Andes Pacífico is a 5-day enduro race that starts in the high-altitude mountains of Santiago. In its first 2 days, it crosses nearby valleys and then heads north 100 kilometers into the central valleys. Day 4 leaves the Andes and takes place in the coastal mountain range, ending up all the way into the beaches of the Pacific Ocean. The sum of all 5 days will have made you ride across the country. The day has finally come for this diverse group of mountain bikers to meet the anti-grip and descend from the top of the Chilean Andes. Day 1 starts from the highest point of Ski Center La Barba into Valle Amarillo, a wide open and fast-loose terrain. Then it is time for the Enduro World Series Track of the Year in 2018. Third and last, a steep and once again loose terrain will host the Switchback Festival, and then it is heading back to the camp. A caravan of pickup trucks will drive everyone to the chairlift, leaving them close to the start. In the parking area, we get to see Chilean champs, along with legends of mountain biking, master riders, and the contenders for this year's title.
First time at the Andes Pacifico and third time in Chile. I've never quite done a 5-day race, so it's almost like the Dakar for me. Yeah, just try and get through it.
Bueno, este es mi sexto Andes Pacífico, lo he podido correr todo, así que para este año la verdad es que me lo tomé con calma, me preparé súper bien en lo que es...
Oye, ¿tenía alguna estrategia para aguantar los 5 días o para ir manejándote?
Secreto.
Just did like a 10-minute walk. I'm tired already. You can feel the altitude up here. 3,500 meters.
Yeah, it definitely feels like dry and quite hard to breathe.
Equalizing the pressure with the altitude. Yeah. Igual un poco nervioso, la primera especial, hay que cuidarse, sobre todo estas que son bien difíciles, y después ir soltando a poquito para terminar a fondo, como se dice.
Mi tarea es mantener el número que me dieron o bajarlo, de ahí para abajo.
For the start of day 1, and for the only time in the whole race, the fastest women will start first, followed by the rest, and then all numbers from top to bottom. Pedro Banz rapidly takes advantage of being local and sets the fastest time of the first stage, a good but also predictable start for the Chilean. Now it is time for the infamous El Barbazo, a stage that leaves no rider standing and where the Chilean locals can definitely take some advantage over the top international riders.
It was good to start the day from the top of the mountain, some speed, some flow. And the second one was a bit more brutal.
Really good. Pretty hard on the hands at points. Loose and fast. Long, yeah, but it was sweet. So beautiful and so technical. Super challenging but fun.
Barbazo está increíble. Se notó el trabajo de los trail builders.
Fernando Riquelme takes the stage by being the fastest down. The second and third fastest time were for Nico Prudencio and Pedro Burns.
Mega especial. Lo bueno que estaba muy limpia, bien cuidada, así que estaba perfecta para tratar de soltar un poquito. De categoría mundial.
But yeah, so much fun. It's a long stage, fast, pretty like very interesting to ride. Enjoy it a lot.
And you ride amazing terrain, so that's mountain biking.
Oh, il y a un moment, j'ai failli tout tirer. Et j'ai bien fait de pas le faire, quoi.
After a quick break for lunch, it was down to the third and last stage. Nevertheless, for many riders, the hardest but also most fun of the day.
Muy duro, en tema de especiales tuvimos como 3.000 metros de desnivel acumulados, así que ansioso por ver los resultados.
¿Muy distinta una pista de otra en el día?
Sí, todas las pistas muy distintas, sobre todo esta que era más freeride, más abierta, harto switchback refaloso, costaba andar y nada, un desafío como siempre.
Día duro, siempre volver al antigrip y a las bajadas largas de aquí, parvazo, nos reventó las manos. Y ahora finalizar con el Festival Switchbacks, ya es... Le dije a Luzdo que me siguiera y fuimos los dos, el pobre no podía ver nada, pero ahí los ratos gritando, gritando, pasándolo fenomenal, fue como una fiesta. Pasando gente, había tramos que íbamos 5 en una fila ahí, haciendo interiores para adelantar.
We didn't think it was going to be that dusty, and it was. But it was so fun. That was so hard, that physically, to keep grip and not just give up and fall in the trees, it's so hard. My hands were feeling it in the middle. I had a cactus thing stuck in me here, stabbing me. So good, just perfect. A beautiful place, everyone's happy, the food's amazing.
It was almost sunset, but not even close to being the end of the day. It's day 2 and everyone prepares to ride across 2 valleys into the northern part of Santiago. After having lunch mid-race and driving 2 hours, the mountain bikers will face the fastest stages of the 5-day race. Hosted in old motocross single tracks, the terrain was anything but easy. These are some of the impressions of day 1.
Ayer fue un buen primer día, bien tranquilo para mí, como guardando, cuidando la bici, sintiendo la carrera. Hoy día se viene soltaje, un poquito más de soltaje, ya me acostumbré.
Yesterday was good. A couple of the stages from the EWS, so pretty good and pretty fast. See what we've got in store today. Sounds like, by the looks of it, pretty moto, so should be fun.
Yesterday was pretty fun, fast though. It's not my favorite, like when it's high speed. You can fall easily, like with the anti-grip. Just lose your front wheel and your slide and you're down, so like keep it easy and arrive at the end in one piece.
Buenísimo el día, la verdad. Los especiales del primer día siempre son duras porque son muy largas y la vuelta al anti-grip hay que acostumbrarse a cómo puedes ir de rápido, cómo no. Va a estar muy complicado este año. Hay mucha gente con mucho nivel. Yo creo que es el más alto que hemos tenido nunca. Siempre ha habido gente muy buena, 3, 4 que peleaban el top 5, pero es que hoy, a día de hoy, hay 10 personas del top 10 que podrían ganar. Y lo bueno de Santa Cruz, tenemos ahí a Paulette, el francés, que yo creo que se lo va a poner muy difícil a los chilenos.
En mi opinión también es el año con más nivel Son más de 10 los que están ahí peleando por el 1 y siempre he querido ganar el Andes Pacífico. Espero lograrlo este año. En verdad vamos en el día 1, todavía queda mucha carrera por delante, pero va a estar difícil.
A demanding first stage for day 2 leaves Prudencio as second fastest Chilean after Burns, and puts faces to whom were going to be on the top 10 for the rest of the day. Flores Piñeira continued to lead. It was lunch break at Chima Spot, and between chilling and relaxing, we ran into riders from different places.
Estamos num total de 27 brasileiros de 5 estados diferentes do Brasil. Temos aqui pessoas do Rio Grande do Sul, São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, Minas Gerais, Brasil.
André Bretas, Brazil's fastest card, was already taking beats from the Andes Pacífico.
Terminei o dia exausto mesmo, mas mentalmente, porque tinha uma expectativa grande pelo primeiro dia de prova e acabou indo tudo por água abaixo. Mas hoje comecei bem, tive a infelicidade de bater com o cacto, com os espinhos, ficaram cravados aqui no meu braço. Não consegui cruzar a linha de chegada. Agora vamos para a próxima.
The Masters battle was beginning to take shape for longtime friends and rivals, Álvaro Vargas and Felipe Vázquez.
Bueno, ayer fue un súper buen día. Especiales duras, sobre todo la última, liderando Master, así que bien contento. Bueno, más que nada las especiales que ya hicimos son las que yo conocía un poco. Ahora ya voy ciego hacia adelante, tratar de cuidar el cuerpo, que es lo más importante para poder manejar bien. Lo demás ya no se sabe lo que viene, para mí por lo menos.
Día 1 fue una prueba de cómo estábamos, donde estaba parado. Capitán Vargas anduvo como peo, me ganó 2 especiales, yo le gané 1, quedamos pegaditos en la categoría Master. Y realmente la experiencia de Andes Pacífico anteriores ha pesado en relación a pilotos que son más rápidos que yo, pero que no tienen la experiencia.
The fastest stages of the race were up front, with windy conditions and once again in open terrain. The day is over for racing and the French army takes the top 5, sharing it with New Zealand's Win Masters, all behind the local talent, Pedro Burns.
Allez, Remy! Yeah, Remy! Woo!
Inside line. So nice. Super fun. Can go flat out. Yeah, it's good. You want to go as fast as you can. 5 and 6 were very physical, with some weight, so it was hard for the legs, but after this kind of stage you just finish with a smile and that's good.
On the Masters, Felipe Ongo Vázquez was on Álvaro's back wheel, but couldn't manage to surpass his rival, El Capitán Vargas.
Rápido, parte rápido. Angosto, rocas, que le metí los pedales arriba.
Muy buena pista. Rápida, suelta, muy rápida, pero muy rica pista.
Fernando Riquelme managed to set the fastest speed of the race with a 75 km/h, measured on a speed trap.
El segundo día duro igual. Duro, bien físico, pesado.
Igual.
Nico Prudencio, after having a slower morning, managed to be the fastest on the last 2 stages despite his incident the night before.
¿Estás mejor hoy día? ¿Te empezaste bien o estás...?
Puta, en la mañana di la hora y me pegué un almuerzo así, focus, solo. Y en la tarde andado
¿Bien?
bastante bien, weón. Ayer algo me cayó mal y tuve un malestar muy intenso que me dejó botado toda la tarde, parte de la noche. Y de la mañana amanecí un poco cansado y en la primera bajada venía débil y me caí 2 veces. Como sensaciones me recuperé bastante, pero los resultados pueden ser muy distintos.
National champion Florencia Espineira continues to gain distance from her fellow women competitors.
Brutalmente bueno. You look at the trees and like, I am not gonna turn, I'm not gonna turn, I'm gonna... And you're like,
Oh God, the day is not over. 7 p.m. we are still in the mountain.
Bem de alta. Pena que os braços já estão cansados das 3 especiais do dia. Os braços estão duros. Ó, as pistas de mais alto nível que eu já andei na minha vida.
Toda a organização está de parabéns pela prova. Desde o dia 0, dia 1, dia 2. Tudo perfeito, não tenho o que falar. Dia 2 completo.
Another early rise at camp, this time an hour north of Santiago in Termas el Corazón. Everyone was preparing for the longest transition of the race, including an extensive truck ride and high-altitude liaison. Day 3 moves on to El Arpa, a drier section of the Andes which has 2 wide-open, loose terrain stages, and wraps up in a very rocky single trail. It is after the liaison that Chilean favourite Pedro Burns reveals his true desire for winning the race.
Este enlace estuvo súper largo, harta caminata, harto empuje, pero con paciencia hasta la cima. Y ya se siente un poquito más el cansancio en el cuerpo, pero nada. Se viene una especial más abierta, más rápida, así que ojalá alargar primero para terminar primero y llegar al camp primero y descansar. Y así ojalá poder salir primero. Estamos listos para darlo todo nuevamente.
But it was here, in a terrain not familiar to any of the racers, that French menace Romain Polan stood out to take the fastest time over last year's winner, François Balimatre, leaving Pedro for the first time in 3rd place.
El día partió en la mañana temprano con un trekking, como dice el gringo, un hike bike de 3 horas, que hay que ir muy tranquilo porque partimos a los 3.000 metros, se nos da el tiro la falta de oxígeno, y hoy día fue la primera especial para mí realmente ciega, que no había hecho nunca. Y esa sensación de ir volando, sentir que hay imposible ir más rápido, es increíble, es por lo que uno corre este tipo de carrera.
O sea, los repechos al principio me ahogaba y entre también estaba despertando, pero después esa sensación, tal como la describe el hongo, de ir a tope, entre medio, no sé, de la cordillera, mirando líneas, es alucinante.
It is the 4th day and it kicks off by moving camp up north once again and leaving the Andes to get to the coastal mountain range. Among the professional riders, there are also mountain bikers that have taken this race as a challenge for the very first time.
Bucket list. Por lejos, la carrera que todos tienen que correr. El santo grial es lo último por lo que uno tanto trabaja. Aquí se pone a prueba si efectivamente estamos haciendo las cosas bien.
A fast time is not their main goal, but to finish with those who do, and sharing the spirit of the race.
Fluyendo los primeros días,
poniéndose la bicicleta y ver qué nos depara el día 2, 3, 4 y 5. Tremendas especiales, largas, físicas y navegar. Eso me ha gustado mucho esta carrera. Hay que levantar la cabeza, mirar siempre para adelante. Fue extraordinario poder estar corriendo en las mejores pistas de Chile, con los mejores riders. Y todo el ambiente que se forma en torno al enduro, es extraordinario, así que imposible no sonreír. Es una experiencia de vida, como lo dije al principio, un bucket list, todo lo deberíamos poder hacer. Prepararnos para esto y una vez que uno se mete, yo creo que es difícil salirse.
Day 4 will start with a caravan of pickup trucks and have all competitors race 3 stages near the base camp at Vallehermoso. Less open terrain and more vegetation was to be found for the next and last 2 days. The sun has been beating the racers, and preoccupation among them rises that these hills will not provide the same steep downhill rides as the days before. These thoughts get into Pedro's mind, and he kicks off in the lead pack, pedalling as fast as he can. Unfortunately, a slippery corner will bring him down for a few seconds, making his duty now to pedal non-stop if he wants to catch up with the Frenchman Poulain. Exhausted and discontent, the top pack gets to the bottom of stage 1, breathless.
Through trail, no tape. Just riding through trees, I got stuck in one. Okay, get off the road, you go back. Can't fucking breathe. No, it's hard, man. And you can't even grip. No, too off.
Hace falta.
Certainly this was not expected and reconfirmed their concern. A solo race against herself, with her only wish to climb in the general positions, makes Florencia pedal faster to climb from her now 35th place in the overall. Leaving a 4-minute average gap with her runner-up, Flo focuses on not making mistakes while also having fun. The Masters category, led by Vargas the first 2 days, takes a spin, with Vasquez winning the 3rd day at El Arpa. The self-imposed pressures cause Alvaro to make a considerable navigating mistake and loses almost a minute to his rival. With this, the Masters race for number 1 suffers an unexpected turn and leaves the old rivalry back on track.
Llega al ratito y me dice, no, güey, me dice. Parto detrás del weón ya con desgarrado el alma, weón. Puta, falta harta pista todavía. Con Doro grande, weón. No sé cómo va a quedar, para qué va a pasar. Pedaleo. No me acordaba. Había corrido aquí, pero no me acordaba que era tan largo. Y con tanto pedal. Igual Guatón está peleando harto, entonces ayer me gané un especial peleado, que es lo que pensé que iba a poder sacar diferencia. Y la verdad que estoy haciendo lo que puedo. Me acabo de pasar de largo una
mi tela izquierda que está marcada medio ambigua. Y no perdiendo tiempo, pero igual un 10 segunditos. Vamos a ver qué tal. Está rudo.
The sun begins to set, and it is Paulán that stretches the gap between him and Pedro, flipping the results at the end of the day, sending Burns to camp with only one thing in mind: win the 5th day to take the overall. Last day, and the organisation decides to shorten the 4-stage race to a merged 2-stage day. This will make the racers have less space to take advantage over each other, and puts an intense climb at the last liaison in Zapallar. The end is finally near. It is the last wake-up call before racing. Everyone is focused, but also smiling, knowing that the beach will be there at last. Self-expectations, personal pressure, are some of the thoughts that are on the racers' faces. Up until now, the top riders have remained pretty much the same. Navigation has become crucial these last 2 days.
Muy difícil. Yeah, you have to look forward and anticipate where you want to go. So you can't really push hard. So it's really difficult to find a good balance. But it's interesting.
Feel good, man. A bit tired. The battle with Pedro is gonna be close, 7 seconds only. So yeah, we're gonna see tonight.
Nada, lo vimos todo, una especial muy intensa, súper difícil manejar, harta zanja, se sienten los 5 días, pero las ganas son más fuertes, así que pase lo que tenga que pasar.
It is only one stage before the last, and while Flo Espineda maintains her solid runs and the rest of the fastest pack rests, a sudden mistake by Vargas makes everything change in the Masters overall.
Mucha navegación, hice como 4 o 5 túneles involuntarios buscando la salida. Mira, ahí está.
The captain, Álvaro Vargas, takes the wrong trail and completely misses the finishing line. At this point, he knew he had lost the race.
Me perdí 3 veces, weón. 3 veces perdido, weón. Cero de nuevo, a ver dónde iba la weá. No, como el...
Typical coastal morning clouds menace the panoramic view while driving to the last stage in Zapallar. Without any pressure for finishing the race, André Bretas and the other racers can already picture the finishing line.
Na beirada do mar, com banho para poder comemorar aí, ó, a batalha da semana.
Wow, just finished the week off on a good note, you know? Have fun and get to the beach. Yeah, I just want to go to the beach. So uno más.
An intense climb delivers an exceptional view of the small bay area and has everyone excited to finish the race.
Woohoo!
Without having exact times, Vázquez still won't have his guard down.
Me relajé a pesar de que ayer me pasó lo mismo y me confié y hice muy tranquilo las últimas 2 y me descontó 30 segundos en 2 especiales. no de nuevo.
Ready to go for the last two stages. No more climbing, going down and having fun on the pisco.
Bretas drops in first, followed immediately by Roman, who leaves no room for the nerves to step in. A fast-chasing Burns follows him with only one thing in mind. Dale, Valimatre, Clements, Garay, Prudencio and Riquelme ride into the top 10 of the day, leaving a one-crank Win Masters behind. Who won the overall between Burns and Paulin will have to wait until everyone gets back to camp. So, like all good things in life, the Santa Cruz Andes Pacífico also comes to an end. Smiles of joy leave the struggle, or sometimes suffering behind. Because in the end, this is an experience that will go back home with every single one of them. The joy of racing abroad. For some, it will be one more. A first-time blind race. Or an experience to grow up. In this particular 6th edition, the hope of having a Chilean winner for the first time was the most expected by everyone.
Pedro Burns, 22-27.
And it happened. We expect to see you next year for the experience of a lifetime.
Colors